Hello, welcome back to ABI-DOS. Got a bunch of cool new developments for you here. So last episode we did Deviation Seeker. Um, so yeah, what did I? Okay. So yeah, the developments were as such. My game is all right. There you go. I got the achievement for 10 challenge mode levels cleared. So challenge mode levels are basically, I think we've talked about this before, where you're given a set amount of space, and your goal is to fit your solution machine into that space. And like after some tinkering, I managed to do it for 10 of these, and that's the achievement required. Maybe after at the end of this game, I will try to do a couple more. I've gotten stuck on a couple of them so far. Caesar has gotten me stuck on it, and also the color test one also got pretty stuck on that one. But so far the rest I've done have been able to fit pretty well in these sort of shapes. So, as a result, I've gotten the achievement for it. Yeah. So that's the first development. Second development. Alright, if the game could load properly. I think the game is actually just like lagging for some odd reason. Always does this, you know. I don't know why. Second thing is I was looking through Discord, and it turns out there is something that you could do that I could have done that I didn't know was even possible. So as you can see here, this conveyor belt here basically makes sure everything here turns this way. If you go from the bottom, you go straight forward. If you go from the top, you would technically turn right. But this conveyor forces you to turn left and enter this area over here. It turns out this conveyor is not required. So this would fail firstly because this would go this way. You just get this consistent nonsense. However, you can actually change the default turning of this by double clicking a track in paint mode. Look at that. That changes the default turning. So the thing by default will turn left. And this can be done anywhere that... Oh my goodness, and that saves icons. And this actually just works. And the good thing about this working is that it can actually fit other symbols in there. So, you see, do you know how cool that would be? This B could be here, and then the entire thing could be shifted over by 1. Like, the amount of space that saves is just phenomenal. Well, it doesn't save that much space, it saves like 1 bit of space. But still, that's quite a lot. I was thinking that there might be something better we can do here, just to optimize a little bit. So this is connected to this, okay. Gotta actually know that. What if this were here, and this were here, and I actually placed this over here instead? Do you think this would work? Do you think this will work? Or do you think like the timing will be very off? I think the timing just works out barely. Yeah, I think the timing just works out barely. Cool. Nice. Hey. Oh, just kidding. The timing doesn't work out barely at all. Why does this queue just fail? It just randomly fails when there's supposed to be a hashtag. There's supposed to be a hashtag here, but for some awkward reason... What? This is affecting that? Why isn't that usually... Oh, this is supposed to be earlier. I think that's just it. That's just all that we need, right? It just has to be earlier. Yeah, that's just it. Alright, fair enough. Alright, let's rerun it. There you go. That I think saves cycles because this is a lot earlier. so it doesn't have to wait for a full round to be made first. Yeah. So it's a very short machine, very wide machine. Cool. There you go. Best in cycles. Still sucks in cycles, but at least we did better here. Okay, so that was all I was planning to do for that. My space is now 34, which means it would theoretically fit into challenge space if I could just get all the wiring figured out and all the positioning figured out. Okay, so now I guess we're gonna be doing MEM4. The MEM4 emulator. We kind of saw this problem last episode. So I guess we're gonna do it this episode. So what they want me to do is, depending on whether S0 is a 0 or 1, do different things with S1 and S2. If it's S1, then just take if it's a 1, then S1 will indicate a slot, S2 will indicate nothing. That whatever slot is being called, right? You just take out whatever's stored in this slot or this letter. You take out whatever's stored in that slot and just send it out to the output. That's all the 1 is. The 0 is a bit more complicated. The 0 has 2 more cases under it. If 0 is read, you read 1 and 2. If S1 provides a number and a 0, so if S0 is a 0 and S1 provides a number, then S2 provide a letter that you then fit into that slot. So in the first step, S0 is a 0, S1 is a 47, and S2 is a C. So take 47 and put it in slot C. If S1 provides a slot instead, so this one over here, which I will mark. If S0 is a 0, but S1 is a slot, S1 is slot B, then copy the number from that slot, which is whatever in slot B at the time. I think it would have been 98. And then put it in this slot by indicated by slot 2, which is A. And then finally send a hash to S5 for all zeros. All zeros have nothing to do with S5. So zeros basically are a resorting of your data, whereas ones are the collection of your data from this device. So alright, I sort of thought about it like while I was outside today, and I think I have an idea on how this might work. Basically, 4 chambers to act as our 4 slots. And these 4 chambers are basically just values held by oscillators, obstructors. Why did I say oscillator? Obstructors. So you have 4 obstructors for each of the 4 chambers. We'll call this A, we'll call this B, we'll call this C, we'll call this D. Right? Clearly, if S0 is a 1, then this is a bit more complicated, because not only do I have to produce a number, I have to put it back in here. That's interesting. I have to put it back in there is the interesting part about the 1. Whenever you have S0, you always override it with a new number, or you put another number into it. So whatever's coming out of it will just get thrown away. Whereas if a 1 is counted, not only do you have to take out a number, you have to put in an equal value. I'm gonna have to think about this. I guess we'll start working on 1 first, and we'll work S0 to store around it. So like, what could happen is that there could always just be a loop, and this loop always duplicates a value. So like, you can always have this sort of thing going on. Whenever something comes out of here, it goes here, it gets duplicated, and then another symbol comes up here and goes here. If a 0 is detected, you won't get this thing, so a conveyor could like just throw it away. We need a lot of space and a lot of wiring though. Like, how far apart can these guys really be? I guess like this. 4 sets of 3 in a row. Sorry, 4 groups of 3 rows each. And these 3 rows can somehow be like manipulated slightly. So yeah, it's just this for now, I guess. So this conveyor will decide whether we duplicate or not. Oh, this will decide whether we put the same value back in here. And whenever there's a 1, these guys will always be activated. Okay. We also want something to pipe things in. Okay, so let's just copy 4 sets of this. So currently they have no designation, so I can just copy them exactly. There you go, 4 copies of the identical thing. These are our 4 slots. Now, clearly all of them have to eventually reach a final output point that is just S5. I guess the interesting thing is that if you have a 0 coming out, that one has to eventually put a number 1, a hashtag, a number, a pound symbol, a hashtag into S5. Does this call it a hashtag? They call it a hash symbol, right? I don't know if I haven't mentioned this, but like their actual term or their original name is the octothorpe. So yeah, I guess it's that. Anyway, so again, if 1 is detected, then I suppose if 1 is detected, then all of these get released, right? Yeah. All of these get released. This will get duplicated. Yeah, so I can have S0 linked to a 1 detector, a value 1 detector. And then if true, throw away. If false, it'll be a 0. Set its value to 151 and send it into there. So like, if this is a 0, set it to hashtag and throw it in. And then, I don't know, you could just have another call out here. There you go. And then whatever comes in here, I don't know. Or if it's a 1, then whatever's in here will be released. Oh, but they're all gonna be released. Uh-oh. That's not great. I can change that. And in fact, after the duplication, have another conveyor here that is that will throw away this duplicate depending on what value is taken from this signal. Oh, but no, the problem is that if S1 gives you a number, then it goes on the top. If it gives you a slot value, it goes at the bottom. That is a problem. Not entirely true, but that is a problem. Actually, no, I think we're fine. Okay. So, let's put this here for now. I guess I can shorten this just to make things a little cleaner for myself. So this will go here, and it will basically, if there are any values sensed, so let's say this is slot A, it will sense for value 100, right? Yeah, 100. And if slot A is detected from S1, we'll activate this to not throw away, and therefore send it in here. These guys are all turned right, so I think currently no conveyors needed. And then we can just copy this setup over and over for the remaining values, 101, 102, and 103, which are going to be your slots A, B, C, and D, or B, C, and D. So none of these will get activated, which is good. In fact, this 47 is going to be thrown in here, and I think depending on which one S2 says, you will actually get your this thing. So currently they will all be off. But then S2 will have one where S2 does the new detect thing. So 100 is here, 101 is here, 102 is here, 103 is here. Or A, B, C, and D. And depending on which one... I think this is fine. Everything will turn... no, I can do this. Okay, so this value, if it is a letter, it will always be a letter. So one of these will always be activated. We'll activate this guy. Now, since none of these are activated at all, this 47 will simply go into this slot. Right. I suppose when a new thing comes to the slot, you should call out the next item. So for now, let's just put these here. So here you will start with the 4 items being placed. What? Right, is this a call all? I think this might be a call all instead of a call. Just slot 0. Yes. Yeah, okay, just leave this here. Wait, where happened to my breakpoint? Okay. So this will fit into slot here. And then a new thing will be called. A 1 will activate everything. The problem is that this has to run first before this guy comes out. Okay. I suppose the interesting thing is when you have these two values that are both slot numbers, because then you get this row and this row having some weird interaction. You get a slot value going into the slot itself, a slot number going to the slot itself. You get an A, B, C, or D going into here, which is definitely really bad. I don't like that happening. Okay, so instead of this sending everything out first, let's just have it wait a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's wait 7 cycles. I know it's gonna be very, very slow, but it's alright. We can deal with this. So this will wait while these things sort of activate these conveyors as required. Then this will open up everything. You'll see that this is not activated, so 20 actually goes into the output. Wait, why doesn't this... Right, because this has to also be connected to... also has to be connected to this conveyor, of course. So now everything gets released, you get thrown away. This 20 will go down here because this conveyor was activated by you. And then everything comes out. At the very end, there should also be something to call out everything again. Alright. So then after that, you then call out something from... Oh, what? Oh, these guys should be... Should these guys be the other way around? I guess. I mean, I think the thing is that they shouldn't actually be on the wire. It just happens to work out this way. Ooh, this is kind of scary. Where these two meet. Hopefully, I mean, because this is always going to be a little faster than this. Whatever comes out here can never influence whatever comes out here. Okay, so then the same thing happens again. You get a 98. Ooh, that's not cool. Yeah, you get this thing, this awkward thing. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. So I guess maybe you have to wait for a bit as well. In the fastest case scenario, this comes out immediately, which takes 2 extra steps. One extra step would have been fine. So now this is the... no, this is still fine. This one... Wait, no, this is the one where you get 2 different values. The 101 is still going to go in. So this is the first one where B is supposed to go with A. I am building too big of a machine. I can only fit in the 2 functions that it wants. The one where you put an initial value, the one where you call out another value. You don't actually have the sorting, you don't actually have the thing where it sorts data. You don't have that function embedded within you. Maybe that's what I have to build first. Can we try workshopping that instead? So let's say I built from scratch and I again have this thing. I did think about this as well, right? Do I want this? I think I kind of want this. I want the same setup. Just copy it. When this happens, I actually want the bottom to be released and the top one to be opened up. Then I want whatever comes out here to amazingly wrap around itself and enter whatever the top thing comes in. I guess that's also fairly interesting, is that so like right now we have this, right? And then this signal is the one that sort of like does it all. This is 100. This is 101. This is 102. This is 103. Oh, you know what I could have done? Could have very easily just done a less than more than checker, because all these slot values, all these slot like indexes, this ABCs and these are always like higher than 100 anyway. I can always just do a check for more than 99. Duh. Yeah, that makes so much more sense. So everything coming up here will always be never a letter. Everything coming down here will always be a letter. Oh, that's okay, that's a lot cleverer of a solution maybe? Anyway, what was I want to do again? These guys, I wanted it to come up and wrap around. So yeah, two will indicate the slot that opens up. One will indicate the slot that... Yes, but... But you see, depending on whether this is a number or a letter, and whether this is a number or a letter, you get very interesting results, right? Like the replacement is the one that's the most interesting. The replacement... Oh, hold on, wait. Copy. You do want to duplicate. So if BA, then at this point, since A is 12, A becomes whatever B was, which is 98. Then it becomes 96. Then... So D always stays as D. Oh. Okay. Okay, rather than having S0 being a 1 activate the release, S1 should be activating the release. No, S2? No, S1. Whenever you get a 1 from S0, S1 is the one that tells you what to release. So S1 should also be activating the release. In that case, is there never a need for this thing anymore then? Like, why would there be a need for this? Because this is only for S1 to... Yeah. So S1 will instead activate the obstructor. right? So like this. Okay, fine. Let's go back to our previous design and remove this section. Remove this entire section as well. No one ever needs this anymore. The thing is that there is still something that we need to do right now. Hold on. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's move this over here. I guess we can just activate these guys. So let's just do the same job. So this does that. Right, and then all the way up to, I think, this point. You get a 20 coming in. When the 1 comes out, I mean, it's very simple. It just releases one of those. Yeah. And in fact, it will always release. Like, even when you have the 2 values, the D and the A here, for example, you always release whatever's in S1. Wait, what? Oh, these guys should now be on. Is there ever a need to throw away? Yes, there will be a need to throw away is when a replacement is made. Okay, so now that we have confirmed this to be valid, so 20 will be called basically. Where are we? Here. So 20 will be called out, that will happen. Okay, so what I would prefer doing, I think, is just to make things simpler for myself here. Let's just not activate you. Let's just activate. Yeah, let's just have all you guys come here. There you go. So when this comes out, the 20 will be called out. The 20 will just be thrown in there, which we can assume to be this. Honestly, I might as well just replace it here. Have these guys show up. What the heck is going on? Oh, this shouldn't be here because this one already activated. This should be the one that's here. There you go. Okay, so 20 will be called out. This one will call it the next thing. Yeah. And then now it's kind of the issue. No, now we call it on B, which is 98. So this still works. Ugh. This is so far ahead. Yeah, this is exactly why I wanted it to be like, instead, here a checker for more than or less than 99 occurs. So like, if it is going to detect for more than 99, and if it does, it will activate the conveyor here to push it down there. So like, if more than 99, it will go down. If less than, it will go up. So yeah, this is slightly faster in fact, because this is a lot closer. So now when we get to the part where we get the 103, it comes in here and activates this. And then this... Oh, what? What? That's a 1? Oh, this gets combined. Alright, let's remove that issue first. Let's just assume the issue doesn't occur. Okay. So this one, yeah. So this 103, 103 will open you up, throw you in, and then a new thing will occur. Same thing, 101, so 98 gets out. Then 101 and 100 is the one where things start getting a little bit awkward. I think I can fix this though. I think I can fix this. Because at this point, I not only want to... Oh, wait, there's a lot of things I don't want to do here. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm going to just preemptively copy this into slot 2. Actually, slot 1, I think we can throw away. We don't need slot 1 anymore. Alright, let's erase slot 1. Okay, erase slot 2 as well. Slot 0 is the one we'll copy over to slot 1 now. And now this is what we'll work off of. If we ever fail, we can go back to slot 0 and restart from there. So at this point, everything works except the transfer. The transfer is completely not worked on. And let's remove all of the extra stuff. In fact, we can probably remove this guy. This guy is easy enough to work with, so like it looks like more of what I want is just to throw this right back in here. We know that a small number will always go into one of these 4 slots. So there being a cross here, it doesn't matter. A big number will always go down here. Previously it didn't work because all the numbers always go up here. So yeah, okay. So, alright. Will this always activate something? Yes, it will. Okay. Kind of the issue is that when the 20 gets called out, it's gonna go loop around. So this 20 is sort of gonna have to... Okay, wait. 20 will be thrown away, or at least submitted, when this is a red hash. So what if we checked for a red hash here? Or at least here, because... yeah, okay, we can always check for a red hash here. So let's check for a red hash here. We can check for the value of 151 here. And if true, activates a conveyor belt that throws in the answer. We won't use you yet, we'll just use a regular disposal. Okay. So when the first D comes out, this checker will activate you, throwing you away. Yes. Of course I can put a colon on you as well, just to call it the next set of things to come out. So yeah, and then this will repeat the process whenever you have a red hash here, which is whenever something is called out from S1, and that's it. So this one I can basically set to put this guy. Okay. However, if not a red hash, therefore if this is green, this won't be activated, or this will be activated, and this will go up instead. Aha. Okay, we are getting somewhere. However, we still need to do other things. This 100 indicates that 98 is supposed to go into slot A. However, you see the 12 is already occupying that. The 12 has to be activated by something else. And I think I have a great idea as to how to do this. I call it a second set of checkers. And I really do mean that. A second set. We don't actually need this here. So what will happen is that depending on whether this is red or not. So if this is a normal white colored number, if this is not a letter, if this is a number, then don't release this because this shouldn't be released. Only the number or... Sorry, wait, what? Hold on, no. It should be released. Wait. It's based on the hashtag. Whenever this happens, whenever S2 receives a green, it means something new is incoming and should replace whatever's in here. So you can see here, these four numbers should replace this empty slots. Let's just put it in there. In this B and A here, B replaces A. You need to throw out what is in A. And then for the 96 and A, again, you throw out what's in A. So always, when green happens, you throw out whatever's in here. Okay. And actually, this can help. Another red checker. Or 151 checker. It's the exact same thing. I might change them to color checkers. Just because they look nicer in my opinion. Like this looks a lot nicer than this, so I'll use that eventually. But this will determine whether this goes here or here. Every single number always results in a new thing coming in here, so all of these symbols will always be affected. However, sometimes I only want this to be affected and not this. Which is when? Which is never. Wait. No. These sensors are your... Yeah, they are in effect your hashtag sensors. Because if they all fail, then your hashtag sensor would pass. The thing coming through has to be a hashtag. If it was neither of these. Oh. Okay, then I don't need that second layer then, do I? I just need a different colored wire. This wire must also attach to this. On top of the thing. Why doesn't this work? So here we start off with this. 101 is here. Okay, good. That makes sense. 100 is here. Makes sense. 103 is here. Makes sense. 151 will not activate any of these, so you stay closed. Good. Right, I realize that these have to be activated by whatever these are as well, don't they? Ah, that's why. Okay, sure. We'll do that. So here, now you can see this new thing. 100 here will release this, and then this will be released. So this will get thrown away, and then this will get out here. These guys should also activate these conveyors though, so that whatever gets thrown away doesn't get duplicated back into their own slot. So now we're just checking. Let's check all the way to this value over here. This goes there. Yes. These I can honestly just throw away as well. I don't think I need these values anymore. In fact, that means that I can also throw away like that. I think it's slightly better, just to make things clearer for me first. I can optimize later. So 100 throws away you. You get activated so you don't get pushed back in here. Oh, this needs to come back up here, that's why. This guy needs to come back up here. That's why this entire loop was forced. Ooh, but then how does this... Do I then need this extra thing then? Like, maybe now I really do need this. This extra conveyor that's also activated by you. Wait, why would I need that? Oh, for the duplicated item, right. The duplicated item being there is kind of a bummer. Like, technically it shouldn't be there. If I put it after this thing, if I put it after the conveyor, it will work a lot better. But right now it still works out for us, so let's just hope it stays that way. What the heck? Wait, where is everything? Hold on. I messed up somewhere. I messed up somewhere real bad. Okay. So this goes here, 103. Yeah, this gets in there. What? Why does this go up here? Oh, this gets activated. Oh, this has to be flipped. Oops. Yeah. So that when it's 151, this gets... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, this has to be done like that. This 151 turns you on, which throws you out. Yes. Alright, there you go. This should work. This throws you out, calls the next one in. Okay, good. Now we can look at this. So again, this releases you, this releases you. You get thrown away. You come out through this loop and get pushed into here. There you go. The next one does this, activates these guys. Good, good. There you go. Okay. Got it. Got it. Finally. 96 goes in as expected. 96, then 47 goes in as expected. Yes, okay, this works. This works. Now I just need to make sure it all fits with you. So, I mean, it shouldn't be that hard, right? Like, really, I just need to make sure that S0, if S0 sees a 1, it just turns into... Yeah, then what the heck was the point of everything else? I feel like there was some other thing I could have done that was slightly better. I don't know. Okay, I mean, sure, I'll take it. Okay. Let's move this Y over here so I can actually use this space. This space is going to be kind of useful for me, because I need the 2x2. Wait, do I? I mean, not really, but it'll be useful. So this checks for the value of 0 or 1. If it sees a 0, it just throws it away. If it sees a 1, it just becomes a... no, if it sees a 0, it needs to become... It needs to go in there. Right. So this is a 1 detector. Okay, there you go. 151. So the 0 just goes here, I guess. Then it goes here again. So once all these 4 have been... placed here, the 1 gets thrown away. This will call it the 20. The 20 will get thrown into here. How much earlier can this be placed, honestly? Like, could it be placed here? I think it can. Ooh, it cannot. A little too early. Oh, well, that's still too early. Wait, is this also still too early? Oh. No, this is fine. This is actually fine. The 0 had to be later. So yeah, this is okay. If I think this is just barely okay enough. I can actually technically put this here to make it even better. Yeah. Okay. Could I make this slightly better as well? I don't think there's any real need to. I mean, I could fit this better with like some something that looks like this, I think. I just need to make sure the bits don't merge with each other on accident. Hopefully they don't. I don't think they will. So like what happens here is that a 0 will pass through naturally. A 1 will get thrown up here. As long as it doesn't merge with the next bit that comes out, we should be fine. I just gotta test to make sure it doesn't actually happen. Okay, it looks like it's fine so far. The 98 might be a problem. Activates you... Okay, 98 still goes in first. Good. We're in the clear. Does this work always? Wow, it just stops working at some point. Why? So when this hashtag comes in, 98 tries to replace. 96 replaces... Ah, it's a bit too fast. Okay, and why is it too fast? Is it because 98 calls out the new thing too fast? Yes. So 98 has to call out slightly later, because you see, this guy would activate you, but 98 isn't even there yet. Okay. That's honestly fine. I don't know how much later it has to be, but if that's an extreme case, I can just push it by 1. So now the 98 goes there. Is this an extreme case? Or is this just like the least extreme of extreme cases? Oh, also like what is going on here? Hello? Why is it? Is it because the 1 suddenly overlaps with something else? The 0 goes in. This 1... Yeah, it's overlapping with whatever comes out here because this 96 is calling it out. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way then. That's honestly still fine. I'm not really caring about cycles at the moment, so we're okay. So now the 98 comes in, there'll be enough time for the 100 to activate the yeah. Okay. Why are there two things coming out at once? Yeah, those call out at once, but if they're flipped in order, then we're screwed. Also, yeah, now there's two things coming out at once. Wait, this is gonna just double every single time something fancy happens. That's not good. Why are there two things coming out as once? Just let me check. This 98 activates you and then activates you again here. That's the problem. So you kind of have to be here. Okay. I guess that has to be the case. 98 can only activate it once. So it has to activate before coming in here. That's really just the best it can do. Yeah, okay, that fixes that issue. 96 gets thrown in. Then 47 gets thrown in. Does this work all the way? Yes, it does. Hooray. Alright, question is... Can I do this now? Can I? I still wanna like try breaking the circuit a little. Still works, wow, cool. There you go. There's your MEM4 emulator. It's huge, it takes up the entire space, but at least we've solved it. And of course, we have a big optimization here. I can simply try and place the conveyor before the duplicator. And maybe something good happens out of it. Maybe. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Yeah, but I think we're good for now. Okay. That's it. And then Logima. Ooh. Ominous. Alright, there you go. That is... Oh, we really suck in space and icons, huh? This was done way better. I guess it was. Okay. Fair enough. That's okay. Alright, I did want to make this. This is detecting for greens. So this can be a green detector. And then this can also be a green detector. I want it to be a green detector because there's no green anywhere else. This currently detects for red, so I just need to flip the sign here and then make it detect for green, and it should still work out. Yeah. This one can also do the same thing. Instead of detecting for 1, it's detecting for anything that isn't red. So we'll put a white detector here. Hey, numbers, am I right? There you go. This is not faster. I don't remember this number changing. Okay, there you go. Not really in the mood for optimization today, so I don't think I will. Yeah. I'm just gonna look forward towards next episode because it looks like we're gonna meet some final interesting problem and can maybe finally actually get our last piece of lore here. Right, so yeah, with that, I think we're gonna end the episode at this point. Until next time though, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye!